Okay, so now it is time for the main event of the evening, and this is a doozy. Right, we're in the welterweight division. We have Ian Machado Garry against Carlos Prates. And I mean, these are two legitimate title contenders. You know what I mean? That's what we got here. Right now, obviously, Shavkat Rakhmonov is the number one contender, but he is injured. So, if, that injury takes a long time, then the winner of this fight could potentially be next. Right? So, everything is to play for. Right? The nightmare, Carlos Prates. He's 31, 6'1", 78-inch reach. He's on an 11-fight tear. He's one of the fighting nerds. You know what I mean? You just say fighting nerds, enough said, right? He is 4-0 in the UFC. He was 2-1 in one championship. 2-0 in LFA. Came to the UFC via the Contender Series. And, man, he's been scorching people, right? His left hand has been getting it done, right? That's what got him in the Contender Series. He knocked Mitch Ramirez out with the left. Then, in his debut, second round stoppage with the left against Trevor Giles, right? And it was left hooks that finished Li Jingyang and Neil Magny, right? Now, against Charles Radke, he used something different. He used a knee, right? But all finishes. And the second round is as far as it's been for him. You know what I mean? And even when you look outside of the UFC, the fights that seem to go the distance, right? We've got a couple of modified kickboxing rule fights. Right, there was a 2019 fight in one that went the distance. But he's all about stopping people, right? Putting it on him. So he's going up against the future Ian Machado Garry. He's 27, right? So nearly 10 years younger, 6'3", 74.5-inch reach advantage, right? 24 and a half inch reach, boy. So, he is behind on the reach to Prates, right? He's slightly 2 inches taller. He's coming off a loss, but that loss was to Shavkat Rakhmonov, right? He is 8-1 in the UFC, went 7-0 in Cage Warriors. And he has not had an easy fight, right? He beat, he made his debut against Jordan Williams. Then he beat Darian Weeks, Gabe Green, Kenan Song, Daniel Rodriguez, Neil Magny, Jeff Neal, and Michael Page. Right now, you can definitely say that those last 4 fights were straight legit. Right now, the first few, right, the first 4, they're not walks in the park, right? They were viable competition for someone of his level, right? Where you weren't sure, is he is he the truth, right? How will he be? So you put him against viable competition, and that's what that was. But as he proved himself, the competition got harder and harder. And he has risen to, the task. Right? He's got stoppages, but he has gone the distance, right? Which is the big thing. Now, he's got jiu-jitsu, and he goes around the world to train, right? He's not content at being the big fish in a small pond. He throws himself into what this is, right? This learning, this education. Now, Machado, Garry might come across brash, might come across cocky, but what he is a student of the game, people. He's a student of the game, and he is, you know what I mean? He's strong everywhere, right? He practices everywhere, right? So this is a tricky one, right? Who do you side with? Well, I think everyone feels Prates is gonna, he's been knocking people out left, right, and center. But Garry, right, he's good on the ground. He had Shavkat in a rear naked choke, right? And all he needed to do was slightly alter the grip and he might have got it, right? Now he's been, working on those shortcomings, training with Damian Meyer and other legit killers in jiu-jitsu. So he was good. Now he's leveling up, right? So he's got the ground game. He's got the standing. And I'm not sure if Prates has fought someone like him. Someone as dynamic as him. And Garry's used to going, he's gone the distance. Prates, as I said, he hasn't. Well, not recently, not in the last 10 years or something, right? So, I think he's so used to dominating, being the hammer. I'm not sure he remembers what it's like to be the nail. And in this fight, it's going to be back and forth, right? And I think Garry's going to use his wiliness to get it done, right? I think Garry's going to shock a lot of people and put himself in a position to get a crack at the belt, right? So I'm saying Machado, Garry to get the win. Not quite sure how, right? Not quite sure how, but I think that's what we're going to see. But people, what I do know, this is going to be friggin' intriguing. It's going to be a chess match, and I cannot wait.